The night my son sold my house, it was raining. Not the gentle rain that hums lullabies on rooftops. This rain sounded angry, like fists pounding on a locked door. I was sitting at the same kitchen table where I had spent 42 years of my life. The wood was scratched from years of cooking, sewing, and helping with homework. When Armin walked in, water dripping from his coat, he didn't greet me with his usual distracted smile. He carried a folder. "Mama," he said, placing it on the table, "you'll need to pack." I laughed softly. "Pack? Where are we going?" He didn't laugh. "You're not going anywhere. You're moving." The words didn't make sense at first. Moving? From my own house? He opened the folder and slid the papers toward me. Numbers. Signatures. Official stamps. "The property's been sold. Developers made a strong offer." "But this is my home," I whispered. "It was transferred to my name after Abba passed." "You signed." "Tax reasons. Remember?" Yes. I remembered trusting him. "You said it was temporary." He shrugged. "Things change." The room felt smaller. The crack in the tile from when he dropped his cricket bat. The doorway where I marked his height every birthday. The curtain I stitched during hard years. "Where will I go?" I asked. "There's a retirement complex outside the city. Clean. Affordable. They have activities. Bingo. You'll be fine." Bingo. 42 years reduced to bingo. When he left that night, I didn't cry. I sat in silence, listening to the rain, and then walked to my bedroom. I opened the old wooden trunk no one touched anymore. Inside were letters. Not love letters. Bank statements. Investments my husband quietly built over decades, small bonds, careful shares, a fixed deposit maturing in my name. He never trusted putting everything under one roof. Armin never knew. Because we never told him. We wanted him to learn to stand on his own. And that night, I realized something important. So would I. The next morning, I wore my best sari. Not for mourning. For business. At the bank, I sat straight-backed and calm. Papers were reviewed. Accounts verified. Numbers calculated. 3 hours later, I walked out with financial independence. 2 weeks passed. When Armin returned, expecting to oversee the developer's final inspection, he froze. The house was empty. Not because the company cleared it. Because I had. Furniture sold. Some donated. Memories carefully packed. And I had bought something unexpected, the adjacent property. The one small plot the developers failed to secure because the owner refused to sell. Now I was that owner. Construction couldn't proceed without access through my land. A week later, Armin knocked. Not barged in. Knocked. "Mama, we need to talk." "Yes," I replied calmly. "The project requires right-of-way." "I know. They're offering significant compensation." "I'm aware." Silence filled the space between us. Finally he asked quietly, "What do you want?" I looked at him, not with anger, not with revenge, but with clarity. "I want you to understand something. I am not your burden. I am the reason you stand." The agreement was signed, generously. The compensation secured my future twice over. But one clause was non-negotiable. A community center would be built on part of the land. In my husband's name. A place for seniors, library, tea room, garden. Dignity. Not bingo. Today, every evening, I sit in that garden. I watch elders laugh, argue over chess, and sip tea under warm lights. I did not lose my house. I outgrew it. And my son? He visits now. He knocks first, and that is enough.